So how is the Ukrainian tech sector coping with the Russian invasion? Our next guest, Mike Nedozhdii, is 22 years old. He runs business development for Brebeneskul, which is an excellent IT consultancy that OurCrowd has been working with in Kyiv for the last few years. Now, not knowing when he would have electricity or wouldn't have electricity, because they only have it 50% of the time in Kyiv, I spoke to Mike earlier, and I asked him how the tech sector in Ukraine was coping with the war.
The reason why a lot of IT companies in Ukraine still stand and still can work is because of their sheer resilience, honestly. Like sometimes I would read these stories of businesses from Kharkiv, for example, on the news, and honestly, you would just be surprised of how resilient they are and how they haven't given up. They reopened new offices in new cities, and people are just fighting through all of this. People are fighting through the shelling, fighting through the electricity shutdowns. Everyone has a generator. If you would be like in the middle of Kyiv when there's an electricity shutdown, you would hear diesel generators everywhere. Like people keep working. People work from shelters. People work when there's no electricity. People just keep working and keep donating to the armed forces, and they just keep supporting their country to the best of their ability.
Now, you spent the last 3 years working for OurCrowd. How has that been, and is that helpful to you?
We very much, me and the team, appreciate the trust and the continued support we received from John Medved, from Hassan, Lloyd, and a lot of other people at OurCrowd who have helped us a lot throughout this period. Honestly, like the easiest way to support Ukraine probably for most people would be just, for example, when you're looking for an IT vendor, just consider a Ukrainian company. You know, there's a lot of like kind of, I believe there's stigma towards it right now because like, oh, how can these guys work in the middle of the war? We can. We kind of have to. We don't really have a choice. We have to work. We have to, you know, maintain ourselves, maintain the country. We need as much help as we can get, and we need work. We have a lot of very able people who can work, who are very talented in IT and in a lot of other sectors. And I would say yes, I would say just contract a Ukrainian business, and that's going to be a lot of help.
So if you really want to help and you have some jobs, they're great. Brebeneskul are really great. They've done some fantastic work for us, and I'm not ashamed to give them a big plug. So give them as much work as you can, and let's help the Ukrainian tech sector as much as we can.